Good morning students. In this class we are going to discuss about the various steps of transcription in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So first of all you have to know the site of transcription in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. When you will see a prokaryotic cell, you will find that it has a cell membrane. In most of the prokaryotes there is cell wall outside the cell. Okay, for example bacterial cell. In case of prokaryotic cell, the DNA is circular and present at the mid and inside the cell and it is not bounded by the nuclear membrane. So in case of prokaryotes, suppose that this is DNA and this DNA change into RNA by the process of transcription and finally it will change into protein. This process is known as translation. So you can say in case of prokaryotes, the complete process of protein genesis occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Why in cytoplasm of the cell? Because in case of prokaryotes, nuclear membrane is absent around the DNA. So what is the actual site of transcription in case of prokaryotes? Cytoplasm of the cell, and translation also occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Now let us see the site of transcription and translation in case of eukaryotes. You know, in case of eukaryotes, at the center there DNA, and DNA most likely it is linear, not circular, and it is bounded by the under membrane known as nuclear membrane. That is known as, you can say, NM, nuclear membrane, and this is outside is cell wall. In case of plant cell, outside is cell membrane. In case of plant cell, this cell membrane is surrounded by cell wall, but in case of animal cell wall absent. Now let us see, in case of eukaryotes, the first step of protein genesis transcription occurs inside the nucleus. That will DNA change into RNA, and finally this RNA transferred into the cytoplasm through the nuclear pore. So through the nuclear pore, this mRNA transferred into the cytoplasm, and this mRNA converted into protein. That means a chain of amino acids, protein. So you can say this is the RNA, or you can say mRNA. So you can say in case of eukaryotes, the transcription occurs inside the nucleus of the cell and translation occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell. But in case of prokaryotes, the complete step of protein genesis occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Now let us see transcription in prokaryotes. Transcription in prokaryotes. Okay, transcription in prokaryotes. When you will see transcription in prokaryotes, let us see the basic steps of transcription in case of prokaryotes. Okay, transcription in prokaryotes. Transcription in prokaryotes. Example here you can say in bacterial cell. Transcription in prokaryotes. Okay, so let us see the basic things about transcription. You know transcription, the process of synthesis of RNA, especially mRNA from DNA, is known as transcription. And in the previous class, you know about transcriptional unit. You know a segment of DNA that has 3 regions. Okay, the first region is known as promoter. Okay, the first region is known as promoter. Second region is known as structural gene, and third one is the terminator. It is already explained in the previous class. And the first strand having polarity 3 to 5. The same diagram given in your NCERT book. Okay, and here polarity will be 5 to 3. This is anti-parallel nature of the double-stranded DNA. Now let us see You know the definition of transcription. The process of synthesis of RNA from DNA is known as transcription. So you know well the 3 to 5 strand also known as template strand. This strand is known as template strand. Okay, and the strand of polarity and the strand of DNA having polarity 5 to 3 is known as the coding strand. Coding strand. In case of transcription, only one strand having polarity 3 to 5 participate in transcription. Okay, and this strand gives rise a new RNA. Suppose that the base sequences are this, like that. The base sequences are, suppose that the base sequences are A, T, G, C, C, T, A, G and C. So in transcription, a new strand of RNA produced in 5 to 3 direction. In 5 to 3 direction, a new strand of RNA synthesized always into 5 to 3 direction. Okay, and the sequence will be, you know, in case of RNA, A pairs with U, A pairs with U, T pairs with A, okay, G pairs with C, C pairs with G, okay, C pairs with again G, T pairs with A pairs with U, and G pairs with C, C pairs with G. So this is the new strands of RNA, nothing known as mRNA. Okay, this complete process is known as transcription. Once again, what do you mean by the term transcription? The process of synthesis of mRNA, or you can say RNA, from temporary strand of DNA is known as transcription. It is not a single step. The complete process of transcription is over into the following 3 steps. The first step is known as initiation, second one elongation, and third one termination. So let us see these 3 steps. And you have to know function of also. Okay, the functions of also. What is this? This part is known as promoter. The middle one is known as structural gene that take part in transcription, structural gene, and this part is known as terminator. Terminator. Okay. What is the function of promoter? It is the binding site of RNA polymerase enzyme along with the sigma factor. What is the function of structural gene? This part of transcription unit take part in synthesis of a new RNA, that is mRNA, into the 5 to 3 direction. Okay. And what is the function of terminator? It is the region of transcription unit where the process of transcription completed, or you can say ends. Okay. Now let us see the 3 steps of transcription in case of prokaryotes. The 3 steps of transcription in case of prokaryotes. So let us see first one, the name of the step. First one is known as initiation. Initiation. Second step is known as elongation. Elongation. And third step is known as termination. Termination. Now let us see the diagram that is given in your NCERT book. These steps: initiation, elongation, and termination. So first of all, you have to draw a double-stranded DNA having anti-parallel condition. Okay. So this is the one strand of DNA. Suppose that having polarity 3' to 5'. That is, you know, this is the template strand. Okay, and the other one having polarity 5 to 3, that is known as the coding strand. Okay, so it has polarity 5 to 3. Okay, so this strand having 3 to 5 polarity is known as template strand. This is the template strand because it has polarity 3 to 5. Template strand, and this strand, the orange one having polarity 5 to 3, known as coding strand. Coding strand. Okay, coding strand. In case of initiation, first of all, you know the template strand having two more region. Okay, that is the first one is known as the, you can say, the first region is known as promoter. So this is the promoter and here is the terminator. This is the specific nucleotide sequences present on the DNA strand having polarity 3 to 5. The blue one is 3 to 5. This region is known as promoter. This region is known as promoter. And this region is known as terminator. Same diagram given in the NCERT book. Now let us see what happens during initiation. In case of initiation, the RNA polymerase along the sigma factor binds at the promoter site and start the process of transcription. This is the sigma factor. This is the RNA polymerase. This enzyme represents RNA polymerase, and this small factor is known as sigma factor. Sigma factor also known as initiation factor because it starts the process of transcription. Initiation factor. Okay, so what happened in the first step of transcription? In this step, RNA polymerase along the sigma factor binds at the promoter region and start the process of transcription. In some cases during initiation, the unwinding of DNA also takes place and synthesis of RNA starts during the initiation stage only. But in the NCERT book, only binding given, so you have to know about only binding. In case of first step, RNA polymerase along with sigma factor binds at the promoter site and start the process of transcription. This is the first step of transcription, initiation. Now let us see step 2, that is elongation. In case of elongation, unwinding of DNA occurs. Unwinding of DNA, double helical DNA occurs just after the promoter site. Unwinding of DNA molecule occurs just after the promoter site. It has polarity 5. It has polarity 3. Okay, and second one, 3 to 5. It has polarity 3. It has polarity 5. Okay, this is template strand. And other one is the coding strand. Unwinding occurs just after the promoter site. Okay, it has polarity 5. It has polarity 3. Unwinding of DNA molecule occurs. This is the template strand, and you know template strand participate in transcription. A new strand of RNA synthesized in which direction? 5 to 3 direction. In case of elongation, the sigma factor separates from the RNA polymerase and RNA polymerase move forwards. RNA polymerase move forwards and help in the addition of nucleotides in the 5 to 3 direction. That means you can say a new RNA synthesized in 5 to 3 direction, like this. A new RNA synthesized in the 5 to 3 direction. From which strand? Template strand of the DNA having polarity 3 to 5. This is the RNA molecule synthesized. RNA molecule, and this is the RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase is the enzyme which helps in the synthesis of RNA because it helps in the addition of nucleotides in the 5 to 3 direction. Okay, and this step is known as elongation. The first step is the initiation. This is the initiation step. and this is the elongation step. In case of elongation, the sigma factor separates from the organic polymerase and unwinding of DNA takes place just after the promoter site, and a new RNA synthesized in the 5 to 3 direction with the help of RNA polymerase enzyme. RNA polymerase enzyme, and this is the terminator site. This is the terminator site. See figure 1. This is the terminator site. This is the terminator. Okay, let us see what happens in the last step, that is termination. In this step, RNA polymerase move forward. Okay, and further unwinding takes place. Let us see. Suppose that this is the DNA strand. It will close and it will unwind in the forward direction. It will unwind in the forward direction like this. Okay, it will unwind in the forward direction. So it has polarity 3. It has polarity 5. This is the template strand, and the coding strand like this. This part again joined and forward part is opened up, that is unwind up. And RNA, in case of termination, the RNA polymerase binds with the terminator factor, that is also known as Rho factor, and the process of transcription completed or stopped. This is the Rho factor. This is small one known as Rho factor. Rho factor also known as terminator factor. This is the RNA polymerase. In case of termination, when RNA polymerase reaches to the terminator sequence, it binds with the Rho factor and separates from the DNA strand and complete the process of transcription. At the same time, the RNA DNA hybrid separates and new RNA falls off the downside having polarity 5 to 3. So this is the newly synthesized RNA, that is known as mRNA. So these are the 3 steps of transcription in case of prokaryotes. Okay. So once again, step 1. In this step, RNA polymerase along with sigma factor binds at the promoter site and it starts the process of transcription. In some cases, unwinding starts in the initiation region, in the initiation step also, but you have to follow NCERT book. So in the initiation step, the RNA polymerase binds with the sigma factor and start the process of transcription. In case of elongation, unwinding of DNA takes place just after the promoter site, and with the help of RNA polymerase, a new RNA synthesized in the 5 to 3 direction, that is complementary to the template strand of the DNA. In the elongation factor, in the termination factor, in the termination step, okay, the RNA polymerase reaches to the terminator region and binds with the Rho factor. As a result, the RNA DNA hybrids separates and the new RNA falls off from the DNA strand. So this is all about the various steps of transcription. Okay, so you have to read well. In the next class, we will discuss about the difference between transcription in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, thank you.